Hi everybody, welcome to the stream. How are you been? I hope you're having a fantastic week so far. Honestly, for me, I am a little knackered from work today, so sorry if I sound a bit derpy or not responsive as I should be. Just like I say, work. But anyways, guys, I hope you're all doing well today. And also, I just wanted to say thank you for Flagcar TV and Goliath the Ant and Adventurous Fantic. Thank you all for the recent follows. Thank you very much. I hope you all enjoyed the DD stream last week. Also, on with announcements. So when we hit our first total of 10 subs, if it keeps up to the 10 subs a month, I will be doing a once a month giveaway of some prints from Avant the Lost Soul stuff. So if you want to help me to reach that goal, feel free to. Obviously, this is just the first of many milestones. So this is like I'll be unlocking like new rewards or new things as we go along. But yeah, but the first is 10, and after that it'd be a monthly giveaway of Vamp the Lost Soul prints. And one of them could be signed by me if you want me to, so that'd be quite cool. Also, I will be at London Film at Comic-Con in July between the 8th and the 10th, I believe. But check the London and Film Comic-Con website and get your tickets today so you can come see me and support others. And also, guys, did you know that most of you that probably have Amazon Prime who's watching me right now, did you know you can link it with your Twitch account and have one free sub a month? You can use that free subscription to subscribe to either myself or your favorite creators. So as a loving reminder, please remember to support your favorite creators with the free Twitch sub that you get once a month. Trust me, guys, it helps a lot of people out. It helps your favorite creators out, and it helps us keep us running. So trust me, the subs do mean a lot more than you think to all the creators out there that, you know, pay the bills or keep their stuff running and get new exciting equipment for you all. So just remember to do that, obviously. And obviously it doesn't have to be me, it could be any of your favorite creators or any of the streamers that you love and adore. But just thought I'd give you a reminder there, because, you know, it's nice to have someone to remind you that you have something that you can do for free, which is absolutely awesome. It does really help the creators out there. The only downside is you do have to keep resubbing, but other than that, it's free, guys. You know, a little catch like that. I think you could support your favorite creators for that. I think, wouldn't it? With your Amazon Prime. Also, we've finally been watching some Disney Plus stuff with my wife, Marvel stuff with my wife. So I've finally seen Shang-Chi. We've been watching What's What If. Oh, and the last episode of Moonlight season 1 is out now, Rachel. Just to remind you. But so all the little fun things like that. So like I say, I think that's it. I'm getting on the asses of now the last 2 people. I need to do the collab stuff because obviously now I need it done. So that's obviously now that's been done and all that fun stuff. Now all the announcements are out the way. Today we will be doing, since May the 4th was Star Wars Day, May the 4th be with you. Now, May the 5th is Sith Day. So today we will be doing one of my characters, which I've already made a start on. Not dressed up, but what if they were a Sith Lord? I wanted to choose one of my villains, and then I just thought, hold on. I've got someone who is a bit of an edgelord. So I chose James Vampira today. Sorry, I was drinking some tea because I need some tea to keep myself awake through this. So let's switch over now. So as you can see here, I've made the rough sketch, but we will be doing more detail for it in the line work. But I thought, we'll make a quick start on it, just so I know what I wanted to do, because I wasn't too sure. So what I've done was, because I like the Mandalorian armor, I kind of done like a Mandalorian Sith Lord, which I think is like a really cool concept. So hopefully, I am live. There we go. So there we go, people. So yeah, here we go. So let's have a good time. Let's go. You know what? Something really weird happened earlier. Somehow this image flipped, and I don't know why. because I drew this yesterday, and then I noticed something really weird as I got the file up today. It was like the image was flipped, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? So what might have happened, I probably hit the navigator button by mistake, and I drew it in reverse the whole time. Now, I don't know how that one happened, but there you go. It happened. It happens to us all, I guess. Do that as well. And get that right down. There we go. Edit, undo. No, edit, redo. Sorry, jump on that layer. Because that crease, I do not like that. There we go. So, yeah. So, anyways, guys. I'll tell you what. Since May the 5th is Sith Day. And, you know, my question of the evening, I should say. Who is your favorite Sith Lord and why? Let us know. I'll be very intrigued to find out because, like I say, obviously, like I say, it was Star Wars Day on the 4th and the 5th. It's also Star Wars related, which is Sith Day, which my friend at work told me about. That would be a thing, I tell you. But I thought, you know what, we might as well get it on theme. So that's what I've done. I've gone on board with the whole Sith Lord theme. So hopefully you'll enjoy this up. But yes, my question of the day, who is your favorite Sith Lord? I have to admit, for me, Darth Maul. He's a fucking badass. I don't care what anyone says. I don't want to be like, yeah, Vader the OG. And it's like, yeah, he's pretty cool. But Darth Maul, man. He was like the first thing that came out that had like double-sided lightsabers. And I have to admit, I do fell in love with the concept ever since. And I also played the Star Wars game, which it was, I forgot what it's called. Fucking hell. And I just played it like literally a year ago. But it's sort of like Dark Souls meets Star Wars-ish. It's not really that hard, but it's sort of the in-between of that. I know what they were kind of going for. And it was a really good game, actually. I'm trying to remember what it was called. Ah, fuck. But it was really good. I like it. If it's such a good game, why did you get what it's called? It's a bit like, well, because I have a bad fucking memory, so get used to it. I do. I have a really terrible memory. That's a bad on my part. But yeah. So, like I say, let me know who is your favorite Sith Lord, because that would be absolutely awesome to know from you guys. And obviously, because obviously, if you jumped over to another streamer, it's Catty Girl. She did a sort of like a mermaid Jedi. It was inspired by Princess Leia, I think. I was kind of there for a little while, and then I kind of conked. So, but there you go. But I had work the next day, so I had to conk. So, sorry, Catty. So I disappeared. That's what happened. I absolutely conked out. I was like, I'm too tired of that. So, to be honest, my body's trying to get used to working again because we had like a week's holiday and I did nothing but eat crap and chill. So my body's just like screaming at me right now. It's like, what are you fucking doing to me? You rested and now you're working again. And it's like, yeah, I know, buddy. Sorry. But it happens. Right. So now, as for the helmet, I think we should even though we make it Mandalorian-y, I think we got to make it Sith Lord-y as well. So, edit, undo. And then just sort of... Oh, shit. I goofed it. What's going on here? There we go. Right, edit, undo. Let's get rid of that line, because I don't like that line. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. And then do that. And then... That's what I wanted to do. So I want to look at Mandalorian-y, but at the same time, sort of, I can't remember what I was going for. It's like Mandalorian, but at the same time, Sith Lord-y. But the helmet's kind of modified to look Sith Lord-y. If you get what I mean. You probably don't know what I mean, but there you go. You could pretend. You just smiling on people. Just smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave. And then what we're going to do, we're going to put a crack in the helmet. Because like I say, we want to go for like James Vampira's look as a Sith Lord. So you want to just sort of, that's it. So it looks like that thing's got damage beyond repair, but he's kind of showing it as an intimidation tactic. That's kind of what's happening in my head canon, essentially. Like, so essentially, even though he's got the helmet, like, we want to give it like the sort of Spartan / Mandalorian look. So I don't know, something about the Spartan look that just makes it a hell of a lot more badass. And then just sort of, that's it. And then like that. So now you can see like the, there we go. Now, what we can do is kind of get the helmet sort of like chipped away. So we can do it like that. But yeah, there we go. So now it looks like the helmet sort of like being chipped away at. Oh, sorry. And then, yeah, if we do it like that, sort of like, yeah, that's it. Awesome. So it looks like that helmet's been absolutely chipped at. That's what the look we wanted to go for, is like sort of like that chipped away look. And then just sort of, and then make his eye glow probably as well, and make his skin look paler. Because something I have noticed about Sith Lords is a lot of their skin is always either extremely red or extremely pale. So I don't know if that's like a side effect of being with the dark side. I don't know, because hey, my bear demon, hey, apologies. I lurked for a bit. I am finishing off it. No, that's fine, dude. That's fine. How you been doing, man? I hope you're doing well. And today we are giving my 300 follower art a little bit of a break, because obviously yesterday was May the 4th, and we know what May the 4th is for Star Wars fans out there. It's May the, obviously Star Wars Day, but did you know May the 5th is Sith Day? So we're kind of going to the bit of the dark side today, and we're making one of my characters from my manga series, James Vampira, because he's a bit of an edgelord anyways. And what we're going to do is give him sort of like the cat eyes, and then we're going to go a little bit with a Helsing vibe on this, and kind of just give him that sort of like intimidating look about him. But yeah, we're going like Sith Lord / like Mandalorian look, so hopefully you'll love it. So there's my bit of like see sort of like dark art and stuff like that. So hopefully you'll be one of the few people that would appreciate this more than anyone. And then we'll just go, that's it. And then just sort of, that's it. No, I didn't know that. I never watched Star Wars though, but I like the dark art. I do like dark art though. Yeah, exactly. So what we're going to do, we're going to come up with a new lightsaber concept. So James Vampira has a big broadsword. So I thought, how can we put a lightsaber format? So what I've done is sort of like, there's one heavy-handled lightsaber, which is double-handed. And then like at the end here, you've got like 3 lightsaber ports, which kind of beam out intensively to make the fucking broadsword. So I thought that'd be like sort of like, not broadsword, but a huge, like big fucking sword essentially. But yeah, that's what we're going for. So we're going for this sort of like dark side. And we're going to come up maybe a little bit of story for him, because I don't want to make him like other Sith Lords where he's just like evil. I was thinking like, it's like a sort of like fallen from grace, where obviously James Vampira in Vamp the Lost Soul, he brutalized criminals, like the worst of the worst. And I think he'd be more of a misguided, like sort of like anti-hero, where he kind of uses fear tactics and uses quite a lot of dark force powers to kind of bring the criminals to justice in a brutal way. So it kind of gives him that Sith Lord vibe, but at the same time, it's gotta love an anti-hero. Yeah, exactly. So at the same time though, it kind of pumps up the intimidation factor of his like sort of like persona. So I just thought that would be sort of like, yeah, it kind of goes in line with his character, but it's more like a fall from grace into the dark side. And now he just can't stop brutalizing criminals. So he's kind of that sort of Sith Lord. Like, if you are a good guy, he kind of tends to leave you alone. He's not in it to be like, I am the Sith Lord and I am evil. It's just more of, yeah, he just murders criminals because he thinks that's the only way to bring justice. and his brand of justice is just pretty much brutalize and just absolutely, like, you know, the punishment fits the crime by any murder. So, like, depending on the murder that person committed, he will make it 10 times worse, and probably use, like, sort of like his false powers to sort of, like, you know, brutalize his enemies or criminals. So, and I think that would be, like, sort of I think that would be a fairly cool concept, because it's not making him totally a bad guy, but at the same time, like, he's on like the sort of like the wrong side of the law by bringing the law. Like, he's judge, jury, and executioner, basically. So I guess in a way kind of like Judge Dredd, but like as a Sith Lord, which is, to be honest, I think is a fairly cool concept. And to be honest, like, I don't know why the people who make the Star Wars films haven't explored that concept, because it's also like, when you watch Star Wars, it's always about upsiding philosophies, if you know what I mean. And the fact is, like, yeah, but if you've got someone who uses the dark side of the Force to bring justice in a misguided way, you know, why not tell a story from that sort of perspective? I mean, I would go up and fucking read that shit any day of the week. Which is a huge shame. I think it's a missed opportunity there, but there you go. But maybe they'll do one in the future. Maybe the mouse will watch my stream and you would say, oh, I'll take that idea, thank you very much. And then just sort of make it reality. Because I wouldn't care as long as I get fucking credit for it. But yeah, so I want to design this sort of over-intimidating Mandalorian armor. Like, it is designed to strike fear, essentially. That's why I want to give him sort of like that sort of broken armor look about him. I don't want to put like scratches on him and stuff like that. So it just makes it look like he's been through some shit, man. Oh, my tablet ain't working. What's going on here? Let's save. Oh dear, we're having this again. Right. Wacom, we need to kick your ass now. But yeah, there we go. So what's going on with you? Pen calibration. We'll try and calibrate it first, because I don't want to keep resetting it every time there's a problem. Yeah, we need to reset it. It's gone absolutely loco. Okay, so we're gonna have to reset it again. Not like complete reset, but just sort of restore customize device from your settings. Restore. Okay. Oh no, I don't want to restore. Just want to support. I think it was driver check I wanted to do. Restart driver. Okay. So now what I should do is, oh, it's not driver check. Oh, hold on, it's back on. There we go. No, it's still not doing what I want it to do. Oh, there we go. There we go, guys. But yeah, that's the sort of story I want to come up with. Is sort of, if I was going to make him a base of operations and stuff like that, it probably would be Tatooine, because that's like the low dive place. And obviously, oh, edit undo. Something ain't right. Hold on. Yeah, that's not right. It's not. Hold on. Edit undo. Edit undo. That's probably why, because I know. Where are you? Pen pressure settings. Win tab. There we go. Done. So now, yeah, perfect. Okay, cool. We're back to normal. Yeah, I love anti-heroes. They are They are fascinating concepts. It remind me, I recently get a bunch of comics, and one of them get all Batman. Now Batman is one of the more overworked characters, but it's the ones that got the Batman Who Laughs. Oh yeah, the Batman Who Laughs, I know that one. He was very at the fine line of being a supervillain, but such a fascinating version of an anti-hero. Yeah, no, that's pretty good, because Batman is a very good class example of like, if you actually pay attention to his earlier stories before DC did what they did recently, Batman works a very fine line between hero and anti-hero. And the reason being is he's always on the edge of flipping out. So when he does flip out, it makes a really interesting story. Because there has been multiple times through Batman's history that he has flipped out. And it's always, you wonder, is he going to come back from that? Like, obviously he does, because Batman's quite popular, but there's always a what if, and people try to draw up what if scenarios if he didn't come back from that. Like when Jason Todd got killed off by the Joker. That was like one of the most interesting aspects. Also, there's one which is kind of canon, which is the one where Barber gets shot, which is I think it's called, I've got the book, The Killing Joke. That's the one. And that is a really interesting concept as well, because you don't know at the end if he's flipped out and killed the Joker. Canonly not, but it was left open-ended because it was supposed to be like a standalone. But because it was so good, they made it canon. Because obviously Barbara was on the wheelchair. Like, if you could get the right Batman stories, they are actually really intriguing stories. And like I say, it's sort of like, it is always the ones where groups can bring Batman to his knees. Is the most fascinating stories you read. Yeah, they really did. There have been multiple times that he has nearly killed people, even in Batman Who Laughs, even the Batman Who Laughs, if Batman is going to, yeah, exactly. This is what I'm saying. This is why Batman is always a very interesting character. Because you don't know what might happen to him and if he will flip out. Because if he does, is it because of what's happened or because of the damage he's had all along? Because the thing with Batman is, how can I put this? He is a very damaged person. Like, if you actually look at his history, everything he has gone through, he is a very damaged person. And this is why he's very incapable of lasting relationships and love and stuff like that. Like, he does not forgive himself for what happened that night. And this is why in the Batman the Animated Series, with a future one, which is Batman Beyond, the Joker says a very interesting quote when he finds out Batman's identity in it. And it's basically, I thought I was getting something interesting, but all I had was a little boy crying about his mummy and daddy. What a disappointment. That was the Joker's quote. Something along them lines. And it's actually really interesting because Joker kind of got upset by that factor. And there we got the Death in the Family, Batman Damned, and Batman Who Laughs. We've got more, but yeah, exactly. Like, this is why Batman is a very interesting character, and his rogue galaxies are almost like a reflection of himself, without thinking about it. It is, the Rogues Gallery is actually quite a deep reflection in himself, because all those villains is about what he could have become if he didn't choose the path he chose. I'm still looking into the one where Bruce dies and his parents become back. Oh, you're talking about, this is the one where the animation film Flashpoint references, where Thomas Wayne takes the Batman mantle and Martha, I believe, takes the Joker. But yeah, and this is why also the Joker is, even though he's overused, he's also an interesting character himself, because the Joker is the opposite to Batman. But they are the same at the same time. So psychologically speaking, they are both the same person. Especially if we take his quote from the Killing Joke of his sort of background, and it only takes one bad day to break somebody, and that cannot be any more true. for him, and he tried to do it to Commissioner Gordon to try and break him, and obviously he fails in the end. But the fact here is, it was such an interesting read. And I know some people do knock the Killing Joke, and it's like, yeah, but give it a chance and give it a think of it, because if you like to critically think about things and think about character psychology, like, you do see how very similar those two characters are. Also, there's one where Batman does snap, which is not canon, is the it's the one based in the future, Darkest Night, I think, or no, The Dark Knight Returns. That's it. Such an interesting read in the comics, and the animation does it justice as well. When the Joker comes back, like, you could tell, like, he is his murder soulmate. Especially when he comes back, like, if you watch the animated thing, he goes, "Darling," and he does that creepy smile when he knows Batman's back. It is crazy, like, the mirror parallels between them when you look deeper into it. And I think this is why Joker's one of the most prominent villains in the Rogues Gallery. Obviously, at first, he was like this sort of like jokey. It was just a clown villain, themed villain. The Killing Joke is amazing. That's the one I'm getting next time. I'm going to get the last one, but I had already spent... Yeah, no. Oh, God. Yeah, save your money, dude. Save your money. God damn it, boy. But psychologically speaking, this is why the Joker's one of the more interesting characters as a villain. But Riddler's also had a lot of limelight recently, thanks to the Gotham series. The books are worth it, fair enough. But yeah, like, thanks to Gotham, I think Riddler's had a very bigger prominence in comics recently. Like, he was played off as like some sort of like, you know, whatever villain. But I think since Gotham, it's kind of shined a new life into Riddler. And Riddler is actually a really interesting character as well. Actually, to psychologically look at. Because he is another well-damaged individual. And another mirror to him as well. Because think about it. Like, the Riddler has all the brains of Batman, but wrapped in an insane mind, wrapped around riddles. And as much as Joker is a direct parallel to Batman, all the chaos and that, you got to think, like, Riddler's in between. Like, he's been a hero in the comics also. Riddler's always hit or miss in the media. I'm glad they shine it. Yeah, I'm glad as well, because, like I say, like, the Riddler, man, he's another villain, and he's dangerous because he's just as smart as Bruce. Joker's just chaotic, but how can I put it? The Riddler is smart, chaotic, and that's the problem. He's smart, but he is chaotic, and that's the that's the worst of the two. Like, if you got someone who's smart and chaotic, you are fucked, mate, because they are playing like three-dimensional chess with you at all times. And I think that's what I like about him as well. Like, sometimes when you want to break from the Joker, you want someone like the Riddler to come along and really challenge Batman. And I think he fills that role quite nicely. And like I said, and I think how they kind of portrayed him in Gotham was really well done. Because even though he's well-meaning, at the same time, he's not at the same time, because of his split personality. I kind of like that angle on the Riddler. The fact he's got this like dual personality is actually pretty well done on the writer's part of Gotham. I think they kind of really nailed what makes Enigma tick. And the fact is, I think this was kind of first explored as well in the Batman series, not the animated series, which the animated series did some fantastic work with a lot of characters. Like, we wouldn't have Harley Quinn if it comes to the animated series. But I think the Batman kind of lightly touched on the Riddler sort of like more like tragic backstory elements, which has made him into the villain he has today. You know, if we do that, and then there we go. There we go. That's what I wanted. got like that deep scratch in his armor. Because I want to just make sure it actually looks damaged. Just want to keep the cloak intact. A smart character carry makes such a wonderful, fun watch. Another one I find hit or miss is Scarecrow for me. But Arkham Knight, yeah, the Arkham games, he's really good. Especially when they put him in the forefront in Arkham Knight. I found him more an interesting villain. And to be honest, I think they should have mainlined him. Because, my opinion... Alright, yes, they got the story beats of Jason Todd right. And I will admit that. But to put him as Arkham Knight was really fucking predictable. Because the thing is, before the game got announced and all that, like, before it all got, like, sort of, like, shown, like, who is the real big bad under the Arkham Knight mask, I actually predicted it was Jason Todd. I went, no, it has to be Jason Todd because the skill set matches, the personality matches, and the way he brings justice in the trailers, it's like, yeah, no, that's Jason Todd. Which is another interesting character. After he became Red Hood, things got so much more interesting. I'm not gonna lie. Things got so much more interesting since he became Red Hood. There we go. And then... there we go. But yeah, I have to admit, like, for my... for the anti-heroes, I have to admit, like Red Hood is another interesting case to me. And that is... and it's always in Bruce's face, because remember, like, Jason Todd is Batman's biggest failure. And the fact they did that sort of approach to it, I think gave Jason Todd a lot more justice. But in Arkham Knight, I didn't think they do him much justice at all. I think they just made him like a generic, like, sort of like villain in that. Oh yeah, definitely. I felt like it really cool. They could have done something and threw us off before the game was real. But Scarecrow, dang, the fight with him made me dizzy. Yeah, exactly. But honestly, I do think they really should have gave that role to Scarecrow in the Arkham Knight game. In the last game, Scarecrow should have had the last villain's title. I think, to be honest, they should have just put more the Arkham Knight guy as a more background character. And kind of like an optional boss towards the end. Because like I say, it's just, I don't know, I just felt Scarecrow would have made a hell of a lot more compelling villain, especially with the theme of the game is Batman sort of trying to get over Joker. Because remember, they were like murder soulmates, if you get what I mean. Except for Batman didn't really want to murder him. But you had that thing for a long time, and it just felt like to me it wasn't just about the drug taking him over and the Joker was trying to take over his body. It was more about, yeah, it's not often Scarecrow gets the limelight without being strange. Yeah. But Crane is strange. And this is why I liked him in Gotham. Again, Gotham was a decent depiction of Scarecrow. And the Titan series, I think, had a decent depiction of him as well. Because they made him the main baddie. And Titans is a good example of you can make a B-list villain really good. Like, in Titans, the series, they made Scarecrow the main villain throughout most of the arc. And it goes to show you, Scarecrow can be a limelight villain. Just need to give him a chance. I do love his strangeness, but in Arkham, they really put him as a threat. That's what I love, but I had some strangeness, but dang. Yeah. But that's what I mean. Like, I don't think they could have done more with Scarecrow, honestly. They could have done a hell of a lot more. And this is why, like I said, I like the Titan series version of Scarecrow. Because, like I said, they actually put him as a threat. And even then, they said, oh yeah, Bruce did put him away. Because, you know, Crane is actually really fucking dangerous with the gas he made. And, yeah. Yeah, they didn't push him as much as they could. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I like the Arkham game. And that's what I mean. I think they could have easily side-benched... they should have side-benched, like I said, Jason Todd as a sort of side villain. I think, honestly, yeah, the Arcanite manipulation thing and that worked really well. But I think they could have done a lot less with that and a lot more with Scarecrow. And kind of just made Jason Todd an optional thing. But as I said, that's kind of like my opinion on it. You know, people might disagree with me, some people might not. But, you know, that's the beauty of having conversations like this, is we can actually have conversations and speak about, you know, how would you improve it? Oh, by the way, my bear demon, my question of the day to you, who, obviously you don't watch much Star Wars, but obviously you've probably seen some designs of Sith Lords and that. Who's your favorite Sith Lords? Mine's Darth Maul. Because, like, dude, double lightsabers, fuck yes. And he looks like a fucking demon, which is absolutely awesome. I know he's like, there's his own alien race and that, but damn, Darth Maul has a sick design, and I love it. And it's actually pretty cool. If you don't know who he is, look him up. I think you'll like his design, actually, aesthetically. It's actually quite pleasing. And then just sort of, that's it. And then, hold on, edit, undo. There we go. But yeah, there we go. Awesome. So we do it like that, and then just sort of, that's it. So we could just do that sort of like light line thing for the, there we go. And then there we go. And get the cloak there. Sorry, edit, undo. Edit, undo. But yeah, but what do you think? Who's your favorite Sith Lord, by the way? Since, you know, it is May the 5th today. Like I said, I know you haven't watched it, but you've already seen some designs, so. But Maul's fucking awesome, man. It's just the fact he's got like a double lightsaber as well. And it's just, at the time, I remember first seeing him, I was like, he's actually a really cool villain. And the fact is, I love that that is the only decent thing that came out of the prequels. And they used him in quite a lot of spin-offs. And it's like, yeah, well, you know, Darth Maul's that fucking cool. You're not going to deny him, you know what I mean? Badass status. There we go. And then, oh, clips copy to clipboard. I didn't know there was a clip. No. There we go. Oh, my favorite. Yeah, it has to be Darth Maul. I love its design. Game that I'm going to on looks. Yeah, but I've seen the bald guy Darth. Oh, Darth Magus. Yeah, that was. It's either him you're talking about or Darth. No, it might be Darth Raven. Could be Raven. Raven's a bald motherfucker. Yeah, Darth Magus. It looks pretty cool. Also, this is what I mean, like, Sith Lords, I have to admit, have the coolest designs in fucking Star Wars. I'm not gonna lie, like, I do know for a fact, like, they have the most, like, really grandiose designs. And this is why I kind of mixed it with the Mandalorian's designs, because then it kind of looks like, sort of like an ex-Mandalorian fallen from grace. I'm planning to watch them, I swear. No, it's fine, dude. It's fine. Don't feel pressure to watch it. I was just asking just to see if you have been like sort of, if you have like a favorite like sort of like Sith Lord. That's the only reason I asked. And then just sort of, that's it. There we go. That guy looks kind of looks like Bane. He has that. Yeah, it kind of does look like that. But it's kind of like based on Mandalorian / James Vampira's mask. Because James Vampira's mask has not like a similar design to this. It's a little bit different. And I'll show you his actual design in a minute. Like, actually, I can show you right now. Have I got a full one of him? There you go. Yeah, that's not like face on though. Yeah, so we're going to have to look at... Well, we'll pick this up anyways. So that's part of James Vampira's mask design, and the other side is kind of the eyes covered. But you kind of get more if we get like one of his actual concept art. But yeah, but that's yeah. So I kind of mixed that with the Mandalorian mask, but made it like so battle damaged sort of look. I want to put a scar there as well, because I want to make it look like it's been beaten and battered, and he's kind of not repaired it for intimidation factor. Because what's more intimidating is someone who can't bother to sort of fix their armor and then go at you and go like, you're fucked, mate. And then just sort of, that's it. And then just sort of, because I want to put some rust on here as well, because I want to make him look like the fucking boogeyman. Like, he is the boogeyman of Tatooine, essentially. That's what I want to kind of give him, that sort of vibe. Sort of like a boogeyman vibe. Like, if you don't behave, he will come and get you. He will come slaughter you in the middle of the night. And then just sort of, there we go. And then there we go. And then sort of, no, I think actually no, keep the pattern simple. So that's it. And then just do that. Do you have a favorite Star Wars film? Don't worry about spoilers. I have no idea what you're talking. Do I have a favorite one? Oh, thank you, Shaun of the Dead. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Do I have a favorite one? Oh, that's good. Do you know what? Rogue One. I actually liked Rogue One a lot. I don't know if I'm going to get beef for that, but it was such a different tone to usual Star Wars films. And the ending is really sad. But I kind of liked it because it wasn't your usual Star Wars. It wasn't like, oh, look, everyone is happy and they live happily ever after. It's like, yeah, shit went down and shit got fucked up. And it got to the point, it's like, yeah, they succeeded, but at what cost? Yeah, Rogue One came after, I think it was one of the new trilogies, but it was based, I think, during the original trilogy. So, yeah, it's sort of like that. Oh, my wife is going to play a new game now.
No, I'm not. Just turned off.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah. There you go. Ooh, thank you, Nara, X91. Thank you for the follow. But yeah, Rogue One is like one of the spin-offs, but it is a really good spin-off, and I personally like it. Like I say, it's quite dark for what it is. I personally really enjoy it. So there we go, and that's it. Ooh, I like dark. Yeah, exactly. It's pretty good. And like I say, it's not like your average Star Wars film. I think Rachel watched it with me. Even you enjoyed that one. Rogue One. That Star Wars film had a bit of a bad ending. Well, not bad, but as bad as in it wasn't a happy ending. Yeah. So, oh, hello. No worries. Just saw your channel being posted by the Movie Chat. Oh, thanks, man. Thank you. And could you thank you for the Movie Shack for me for getting people swinging my way. Thank you, Movie Shack, by the way. Shout out to you guys. No, that was a sad ending for sure. Yeah, but I think that's what made Rogue One really good, because it wasn't the normal Star Wars film. It was that's why I liked it. I think it was different than the norm. And Vamp, where did you go? My wife took over my avatar again, as per usual. Naughty wife. Bad wife. Go to your room, wife. Oh yeah, like you're so bothered about going to your room. Look at her face. She's so bothered. She's so bothered. She took it over again. But there you go. Think about what you've done, Rachel. Okay. So prepare tissues to watch it. Got it. Yeah. I wouldn't say so. I just think, it's pretty good for what it is. Do you know what? I don't like those damage marks. I kind of just want to, yeah, leave the damage marks as they are. Because I think I don't need to do that. I just think I just need to put scratches on it. By Vamp. But yeah, so like I say, guys, who is your favorite Sith Lord for those who are watching? Let me know, because I'm actually quite curious to see what your favorite Sith Lord is. Like I say, we're gonna rub this out and just re-put the bullet hole there. There we go. I just want to kind of like do the battle damage, sort of like for intimidation factor. And like I say, and this is why I kind of went with the Sith Lord / like Fallen Mandalorian idea. It's just, I think, like I say, just sort of like he's getting justice by brutally like murdering people. My bear, do not seal my tea. No, not my tea. Welcome to the tea cult, people. I really want to story on Nihilus. Yeah, yeah. I think we all want that by now because Sorry, I lean over, get my water, so I'll put it on this side so I don't end up falling over as much. Or my avatar falling over. But no, mighty, no. But yeah, I kind of want that as well. Like, I'm hoping because I think apparently, according to my friend, because he's a big Star Wars fan than me, like I kind of watch and see, is it good, is it bad? Who, what? Never mind, I'll find out. You probably will. To be honest, I'm really surprised because of how popular. Because I played, was it Knights of Old Republic 2? I'm surprised they haven't done any films on that. I really am surprised at that. Because I would have thought, like, you know, Joe, what? We need a brutal weapon here. It, like, just sort of. That's it. And then, sorry, nope, that went wrong. Come on, there we go. And then, sort of like that. Get the rubber. I want to fix that line work a little bit. I know only a little bit of info where Nihilus is on the game, I think. Yeah, I think it is on the game if I remember correctly. Like I say, I'm not the biggest, like, sort of like Star Wars buff. Like, I only, like, seen bits and bobs. And anything I fight, I think it looks interesting storyline wise, like Book of Boba Fett. Oh, what dates are you at Comic-Con? So London Film and Comic-Con, I am, because sadly I didn't get accepted to MCM this year, even though I'm a veteran, so I don't know why that's happened. But that's the, hold on, let me just enlarge in that so I can read it. 8th to the 10th of July, I'm doing London Film and Comic-Con. Like I say, sadly I won't be doing MCM because they keep bloody refusing me nowadays. Even though, like I said, I've been a veteran, so so yeah, that was a bit of annoying. But I am at Foot London and Film, so that's the exciting part. So yeah. Oh, what else am I doing? There might be a slight possibility I'm doing the London and Anime Gaming Con, but I don't know if that's going to happen because the seats are full. But I'm going to be one of the first to be notified when seats are available. So I'm gonna be like, yes, mate, because apparently people have been asking for me, so they apparently been known. So nice, yeah. So I'm hoping for that, but MCM I'm not holding my breath for, only because of the way things have been going with them lately. So, and a lot of the relationship between artists and MCM has been really sour. I've seen a lot of Twitter posts, and I'm like, whoa, I'm not the only one with this problem. Jeez, but oh, I've not heard of that one. I Google it because it sounds cool. And what's it called again? The London Anime and Gaming Con. They do it all over the country. I think they do London. I think they do London once a year, like London Film and Comic Con. It's anime and yeah, London Anime Gaming Con. But I think they do Northampton. I believe because yeah, I think it's run by Showmasters if I remember correctly. Because it used to be like a independent run con. The one I would recommend, personally, I won't be there this year, sadly, because normally I go with friends, is Takanatsu, which is a anime / Japanese culture festival. It's really fun, and there's a lot of games, water gun fights and stuff like that, because of the time of year it's in. Takanatsu is a really fun one, I would recommend. It's more less of a con, but it's more of a camping slash Comic-Con, but more emphasis on the camping and the games. So that's pretty cool. But they do have like, yeah, it is. I cannot recommend Tokonatsu enough. They are small. That is a small one though. It is getting bigger and bigger little by little, but it's more. They are an independent thing. If you want more details about it, actually, guys, if Nim's on tonight, I can raid you to her because she runs the maid cafe there. So if you want some more lovely little details, I can send you over to her. She's streaming tonight. So, and she'll tell you all about it. But there you go. Okay, so we want to do that and get some battle damage. Anyway, sorry, do I want battle damage on that arm? No, I think we're going to do some bullet holes here. So like marks there. But yeah, I actually, out of all the conventions, I actually enjoy Tokusatsu a lot more. MCM used to be really good, but now it's gone a little bit downhill with community and artists. There's a lot of drama around that, seriously. Like, the amount of drama that MCM has had within the last few years since COVID struck is, oh my god. I haven't seen so much drama in my life, but I'm not sure if anyone's caught wind of it, but well, if you're an artist, you'll know about it. But it is really like, holy shit. But I know a lot of vendors are also having a bit of problem with them. Hey, just stealing your tea, don't mind me. No, mighty Catty Girl, mighty. Welcome to the stream, Catty Girl. Sorry, I disappeared halfway through your stream. I was actually really tired. I KO'd. So yeah, the Comic Cons I would recommend is Tokonatsu for the camping, London Film and Comic Con, London Game and Comic Con, London Anime and Gaming Con, definitely for the community. Community's really wonderful there actually, and I love the community in that one. London Film, yeah, I think if you want to meet a bunch of actors, definitely go to that one, because I actually bumped into Gimli for a Lord of the Rings once, which is actually fun. Revenge of the Fifth. Yes! Catty Girl knows of the Revenge of the Fifth. That's why I'm doing Sith Lord James Vampira. But how you been doing, guys? There we go. Right, so yeah, I'm doing James Vampira, by the way, Catty Girl. Even though he's not the villain, I kind of went, wait, I've got a character who literally murders criminals. Why not make him a Sith Lord? Because then that will give him the interesting angle of, like I said, we might have had this really interesting conversation earlier about anti-heroes and Batman and stuff like that. Like, that will make him an anti-hero, but a fallen from grace, if you get what I mean. So that's why I kind of went with a sort of Mandalorian design as well. Hi, chat. I have a friend who is an artist and goes there often. Which one? MCM or London and Anime Gaming? His name's not Bo by any chance, is he? Because I know him personally. I know a couple artists around the local block personally, so... MCM. Yeah, MCM. His name's not Bo. Yeah, I know Bo. If it's the one that's doing Echoville, I know Bo. Yeah, I do know Bo personally. He's the guy that does Echoville, right? If I'm thinking of the right Bo... Yeah, Bo's awesome. he's a really good artist, actually. And to be honest, I've been waiting on Echoville for some time, because I really want to read Echoville, because the concept he's come up with is really awesome. Yeah, I've known him for about 15 or 12. Oh, wow. That is a weird coincidence that you know Bo. But yeah. But I really want that Echoville to be done. I hope you're well, Catty. Hi, my bear demon. But yeah, but if hey guys, go on Instagram, and I think it's Bo Echo Lemphy or Leffy. Hold on, I'll link him. Guessing your local southeastern. Yeah, I am. I'm very I'm sort of like Welling, Bexley Heath, Sidcup areas, sort of thing. I'm lurking. I'm doing the dishes. So I hope you're all doing amazing, and oh, thank you, Catty. You too, man. Your art's lovely too. If you're wondering who that is, that's Catty, an artist from France who I did a collaboration stream with recently. Oh, by the way, for all those who are watching, if you do have Amazon Prime, you can link it to your Twitch account and get 1 free sub. So you can support your favorite creators. So make sure you support your favorite creators. It doesn't have to be me, but there's other creators as well that would love the help. But you too. So like Catty Girl definitely deserves like one of those Twitch Prime sub things. So yeah, so there we go. Shout out to you, Catty. Yeah, so please just click on her name, go and check her out. She's a lovely artist as well. Give her a follow. We're going to try and kick Bo's ass and get him to stream as well, because I would love to do a collab stream with him one day as well, for funsies. Right, so I think what we're going to do, we're going to make this groin plate a little longer. And what we're going to do is actually do the groin plate first, so we can make the glow come over it. That would be, yeah. I know he would be. I think he's done it once or twice, if I remember correctly. And he has jumped on one of my streams, actually, funnily enough. And I believe, was it Bo or another artist? I think he was in one of my D&D, because I do once a month Dungeons and Dragons as well. And I got a main party right now. But when I did it as a one thing to see how it would go on stream, I believe it was him. No, it wasn't. That's a lie. I know it wasn't Bo now. It was Connor. So many amazing artists. Well, but Bear, you're an amazing artist as well, mate. Seriously, go check my Bear out. I know he hasn't got... he needs to get stream... Dude, you need to get streaming, dude. Your art is absolutely amazing. It's like Tim Burton and H.I. Geiger had a baby with his art with a hint of Looney Tunes. That's how I would describe your art, but Bear. But it is absolutely... your art's beautiful, dude. I love your art. And then if we do that... And then... we'll... But yeah, it does. My Bear's art is really nice. But I do once a month D&D, which is called the 4 Leaf Clovers, which is always the first Monday of every month. And I DM, and I have the roles of, if you're a Critical fan, you know what I mean by this. I have the roles of Will Wheaton. My Bear's seen it. I believe Catty Girl has watched it. You are the kindest thing, someone has said about my, dude, you are a very good artist. Stop downing yourself. Seriously, I will come over there and bitch slap you personally. No, seriously, guys, go check my Bear out. He's an awesome artist. You need to make an Instagram art account so I can follow you, so I can see more of your art. He's actually doing one of the collaboration pages. But Bear, how close are you to finishing? Cannot we give everyone a sneak preview of the collab page you're doing? That would be actually a wonderful little thing to show off your art. This guy has tremendous art. By the way, if you're an artist yourself, guys, I do have a Discord. So feel free to jump onto the Discord, become a tea cultist. You don't have to be an artist. No, mighty. Sorry. But yeah. So, she motherfucker here? No. I just leaned over to get my drink and I realized it's to my left. I'm hella stupid. But yeah, so Discord, my friend, if you put exclamation mark Discord like I'm doing right now, my Discord now appears. Please join. Join our amazing tiny little community of tea stealing drinkers. Tea drinking stealing. I can't. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. And they're just sort of. And I want to put the tatters kind of like that's it. And they just sort of. There we go. I love a cup of tea. Yeah, damn right. If you're English and you know it, have some tea. If you're English and you know it, have some tea. If you're English and you know it, and you really want to show it, if you're English and you know it, have some tea. Mate, I could be the face of Yorkshire tea, you know that. The amount of times I've kind of just said, oh, by the way, actually, guys, if you want to laugh, right, so my Bear won one of my giveaways when I hit 300 followers recently. What I did not tell anyone what I did with the prize, which my wife did encourage me to do. I snuck in one Yorkshire tea bag in my Bear's prize. I did that. You're PG Tips girl. That's fair enough. Everyone has their tea. So, you know. Fun fact, I've been gifted a Yorkshire tea bag. Yeah, I gave him with my books and I think a few prints of, no, it was just books. It was books and a free commission. And with the books, I put a Yorkshire tea bag in there because we have, for those who are new, we have an in-joke that I run a tea cult, which steals people's tea. So that's kind of our in-joke. Yeah, minting bag. But yeah, so the in-joke is I'm a leader of the tea cult. You are my cultists. You go steal the tea for me. Tea for the tea cult. Tea for the tea god. Because yes, I'm a Warhammer 40k fan. And I will rip on that as much as I want. Even our lore is kind of 40k-ish. Like the Great Heretic coffee is the Great Heretic. Or the Great Heresy, I should say. Do you know what? I'm going to do a tear. Yeah, actually, I'm going to do like a shortened tear here. Like here. And then what we're going to do is kind of extend the cloak like that. That's it. And then kind of get that sort of, that's it, tail end of that. And then stop there. And then add a, there we go. And then actually we need to get a rubber here because we need to follow that. I didn't follow that properly. But anyways, guys, like I say, please mention who is your favorite Sith Lord if you ever watched Star Wars. If not, who's your favorite villain in sci-fi in general? There we go, because that will be, I'm going to get some right old references here and there. But also, guys, if you want to be curious, I do have my own manga series called Vamp the Lost Soul. You can get it on Amazon and Google Books as ebooks, or Kindle for Kindle book, as Kindle would like to be preferred to be called as. Don't know why, but there you go. Also, you can buy physical copies directly off me, but if you are from Shorters people, just remember postage is a little bit more expensive, so I would recommend getting the ebooks first to save yourself pennies, to see if you like it or not, and then if you want then the physical copies, then you could ask me. So, there we go. Yeah, I have to admit. Also, for those who are new to the stream, what's your favorite D&D class? Let me know. Mine is obviously Barbarian because I like to smash trash and talk some mad thrash and trash because I've got a new concept for a character. So when one day Clover might take over, not because Clover said she might run a campaign for the Four Leaf Clovers as one of the multiverse hits, because our game runs on a multiverse, and that means I get a chance to play. Because campaign is like different arcs. I'm very new to D&D. My partner brought the starters D&D set from the game. So far. Are you a cleric? I'm guessing when you say healer, I'm thinking cleric. Because as soon as someone says healer, it's either bard or cleric. And I'm thinking more cleric because cleric has actually got a really fun... Clerics have some really fun features and spells if you know how to use them. Because the things about clerics, and this is what I love about clerics. Defo not bard. Are you not sleeping with dragons, eh? The thing about... Yeah, clerics can fuck. They're not just for healing, but they can fuck people up with the right spells. So I'm going to give you some tips. I think it's called Spiritual Guardians, which you get at higher levels. It summons like 4 celestial or if you're evil, demonic entities, like spiritual entities that surround you, and they don't just protect you, they hit anything that comes close to you or start their combat round near you. So you get like 3 damage right off the bat. I told you, clerics fuck. People don't realize like how powerful clerics are until you start playing as one. I played as a war cleric, and oh my god, some of the spells has saved my ass on multiple occasions. And people don't realize, like I say, how clerics fuck, man. Clerics fuck big time. There are some spells you can pick up. I'm just saying, like, just do a little bit of research and you know what I mean. There are some nasty spells clerics know. And they're not, like I say, they're not just for healing. Like, those, I'll tell you what, there's a video you would like, actually, Neutral. Have you heard of somebody called Joe Cat? He does a series of videos which are comedic, they're funny, and he gets a lot of things wrong on purpose, but it kind of explains the gist of the class in a funny way. I found out Onis exist in D&D, that's why I might go, I'm going to play one. Onis are fun to play as. But Joe Cat's crap guide to D&D is so brilliant. And clerics are just funny. Yeah, Joe Cat's hilarious. I love him. Because he does like the crap guide to Monster Hunter as well, which I fucking love. And the stuff he says on there, it's just like, yeah, it's true. It makes you laugh because some things are just way too incredibly true, and you're just like, oh shit, that's very true. It's funny. But yeah, so Neutral, I would recommend that to you. So if you want to play a cleric that fucks, listen to what Joe Cat says. Because literally, he makes a joke. You could play an entire D&D campaign with a squad of clerics, and none of them would be the same. So you could have one to be the healer, one that fucks, one that supports. You know what I mean? And you should call them the Amen as a joke. So that's what the, like, Joe Cat's jokes is like. You can just play D&D with a bunch of clerics. And it's like, yeah, some of them get banned from the game for obvious reasons. They are overpowered. It's like, they're not that. And then you think about it, you're like, yeah, clerics are pretty overpowered at certain points. But to be honest, any class can be if you know how to abuse the system. And that's the thing. Like, I think there's a lot of, like, builds of cleric barbarians. Not cleric barbarians, druid barbarians. Because you can use something called wild shape with druids, which you change to the animal. But you can't use spells while in it or abilities. But what you can do as a very cheeky thing, you could turn rage, and then you could use, because rage is a bonus action. So you could rage and then cast what is it, like turn into an animal. I can't remember what I just called it. But you could just literally change it to an animal and you'll be raging still because you've done the ability before you transformed. And it's like, damn, that's scary. But you just watch it just like, hold on, I'm gonna move that because that is not right. I'm gonna move that because like something about that just didn't scream right with me. Not better. There we go. But yeah, but I would recommend you some stuff like for D&D guides, because you can find some pretty broken combos quite quickly. I like personally Neutral, you're gonna love this. So there is a combo that you could do at level 1. You need an officer, you need someone a little bit experienced with D&D as a friend. You can get 2 bags of holding and make a mini portal of death with 2 eagles as well. Yeah, a raging squirrel druid barbarian. Pretty much. You could do that. That's the funny thing. You could literally turn into a rabid, filled, angry, very angry squirrel. And it's one of those dumb things in D&D you could do, and I love, this is what I love so much, is there are certain combinations you could do which makes the game fucking hilarious. If you know the right moves. It's like, oh look, you got this badass boss, and then you just go, nah, and do something really dumb. But it can work because it's within the rules. Admittedly, it is up to the DM what's allowed. But if it's canon and it's rules, it's allowed. So, but yeah, it's funny. It's funny. Is there any other characters you want to make Neutral? Sorry, I was nerding out like what stuff you could do in D&D. Squirrel got rabies. No, Black Druid Barbarian just give him a minute. You just see him foaming in the mouth like. Bleh. Gotta go now. Yeah, no, catch you next time. Sorry I went on a geek ramble. It's just like, I get very excited talking about D&D with people. Especially because I haven't played as a player as a long time. I've got some really fun ideas of characters I want to do. Right, yep. But yeah, see you later, Neutral. I hope you have a good time. I hope I see you again. And hopefully see you soon. You're not funky, sure, it's just fine. It doesn't matter who starts the fight, just beat it. baby. Sorry, music's just getting to me now. I was like, yeah, man. Right, now we've got the eyes done. So as you can see, our Sith Lord is ready to be colored. I like how he turned out. I like how he's turned out very much. Just need to sort of... I'm going to make him a little bit bigger. Only because... I want to get rid of that crutch plate a little bit. Because I want to make it look more intense. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, I just want to make it a little bit bigger because I needed it. I can't wait to play one day. Super excited for my first game. Oh, what? Your D&D? Yeah, man. Like, seriously, if you can find, like, a friend or if you've got to DM yourself, like, don't worry. DMing is well worth it as well because you get to see what players do in your world and that, but because sadly, I've kind of been labeled as the forever DM. And I'm waiting for the day where I get someone to go, hey, Raven, hey, Vamp, hey, do you want to play some D&D? And you get to play instead of DMing. I'll be like, yes. Because I've done some really fucked shit in D&D. It's fucking funny. Like, wizards can be really good as well. Like I say, anything can be overpowered if you know how to abuse the system enough to do it. And I don't mean abuse it as in, oh, look at me, I'm metagaming. Just more of, it's just fucking funny. Select, deselect. Okay, so we're going to go for the scratches in the cloak now. But yeah, like I say, there's some classes that fuck big time. Bards can be stupidly overpowered if you know the right setup as well. But yeah, there's some multi-classes that can be really powerful as well. I think rogue warlocks are pretty good. Or to be honest, I want to do like a warlock barbarian. Because I think raging while hexblading would be fun. And I think it would mess a lot of people's days up. Just because of hexblading alone. And I could just, yeah, I'm going to hex that guy. And then I'm going to cast like a bombardment of spells. Right. So Sith Lords. We want to go with the dark. Yeah. So the cloak itself. There we go. So we want to go like a different, really dark colors. Wait. I think we'll do that just to lighten it up a bit so we can see what we're doing. White. There we go. But yeah, here we go. Sith Vampira or Sith Lord Vampira. Blah blah blah. Dark side something. Rogue Warlock. I wish to be ultra edgy. Yeah, Rogue Warlocks would be fun. Ultra edgy. To be honest, like, the thing is, like, you could do some interesting setups with Warlocks, because Warlocks, everyone thinks, oh, yeah, demons and that. You can make packs with anything with Warlocks, and actually it would still work. I don't know, actually do that. Yeah, actually, that works a lot better. Because I want to go for, like, more of a really dark blood red cloak. There we go. Now, as for the cape, inner cape, we want to go a little bit more purple. Because I want to go inside the cape as well. And then as for the arm material, I'm not too sure. I think we're going to go for like a darkish green. Because I don't really want to go... Because the Sith, the problem is with the Sith, it's all black. All what they wear is practically everything's black. Because I want to paint it black. Do. I want it to turn back. Sorry, I kind of sang in a song and it's like, yeah, I know this song. I love this scene. And there we go. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah. I see a red door. I want to paint it black. You know. Down. Edit, undo. Sorry, whoa, stop. Ding-a-ding. Ding-a-ding. There we go. And now we got the cape. So I just wanted to sort that cape out a little bit because I felt like that was a little OTT. No colors anymore, I want them to turn black. Eight nails that are shining, wanted to turn red. Yeah, you got me started, my bear. God damn it, my bear. You got me started. You got me started, whoa. You gotta get myself drunk for sure. I want a hangover, whoa. Sorry, I want to get myself drunk for sure. What I'm going to do with the armor, I think, I'm going to make it really dark silver. And I think I want to make it look rusted. I want to give that armor a very rusted look. Because I think that look would absolutely fuck. And it would be nice. Now. Do that. And same here. And then kind of shade that in. And then just sort of, that's it. Yes. Now we're getting that Sith Lord look. Because I want to go for like blacks, but I want to go for like reds and black. Like sort of different color, like near black colors. So we can actually just go, yeah, this looks fucked. Awesome. So what we want to do is same color as the cape. Again, we'll pick up. Fade a little bit so I can see what I'm doing. We're going to make the pen smaller. Actually, I'll tell you what. Actually, for now, we're just going to do this. And then we're going to very slowly, with a smaller pen, just kind of convince it in. Because like I say, I want to deal with all the material first and go with the different sort of darker, sort of near black colors. Like, so I'm going to do like the cloth greens and stuff like that. I want to get sort of like, sort of weirdly colorful, but dark. And then do all the metal armors and stuff like in sort of like a very dark silver. So like non-Mandalorian silver, if you get what I mean. Like bolt gun silver, I think I'm looking for. But yeah, look at that. Our Sith Lord is coming together. Jesus, we're already on our last hour, man. I'm so glad I did the template first because I know I was going to get myself like nerding out near the end of it. Can I just say thank you again, Movie Shack, for sending people my way. It's actually been absolutely wonderful to get these viewers in and chatting to. So thank you so much, guys. And thank you for watching my stream for those who are still watching. Thank you so much. We are going to go absolutely full on Sith Lord. There we go. And just sort of like get that sort of ripped. There we go. And then there we go. So what I want to do is once we've done that, dark greens, I think we're going to go for the cloth bit of the armor. And I think everything cloth wise in between the armors is going to be like a dark green. And then we're going to put like a lot of the color, like reds and dark silvers, onto the armor pieces. I think that would be, and I want to go for blood red. I don't want to go proper Sith red. I want to go like blood dark red, but not as dark as what like the armors have. Because like I say, because I want to give that sort of, you know what I mean? Just sort of a little rest a little bit. And just sort of, that's it. Awesome. So I'll give that a little bit of touch up there. Touch that up a little bit. So as you can see here, it's going to build up. And then once I've done that, I can then show off what the cloths are going to look like. And I think, oh, it's going to look great. I'm going to enjoy this. And the fact is, it's going to collide up in a little bit with my dark shadows. So I might have to just saturate it up and turn it towards grey a little bit. I think the problem is, I think it's way too oversaturated. So we might have to kind of go up a bit. Just to sort of fix it up a bit. There we go. because now it's starting to sort of get a bit Sith Lordy. So once we put the colors back up to, no, not faded, we'll just put that there and just sort of, and then just sort of, that's it. Awesome. Yeah, I think I'm gonna kind of go more nearer. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go more nearer sort of grey, but desaturate a little bit at the same time. But hopefully with now the zero tolerance on the colors, we should be able to, there we go. And there we go. Right, inside the hood, I think we've got to make it that dark. That's fine. I'm just checking anything. Yeah, I think the neck piece, I think we're going to cover that. No, actually, that's going to be the only thing that skin shows. I'm not going to lie. I think skin should be showing. So we've got a little bit more brightness to him than just the clothing. Because, like I say, Sith Lords usually wear really dark shit. And let's see. So we do that. Yeah. Way too colourful. So what we're going to do is pick that up. What's going on here? There we go. So what we want to do is keep to the darkness, lighten it up a little bit. So yeah, so as you can see, it's got that, but down a little bit. Perfect. So it's got that sort of nice little enigma to him. As for the purple, again, it's too saturated. We want to keep it dark. Yeah, again. There we go. So the inside of the cape, I don't mind being a little bit more saturated. But I think we've got to make it dark. Yeah, a little bit darker. About there will do the trick. Because then it gives it sort of like that purpley black vibe to it. Which that's the vibe I want to get. There we go. And this side, just clean that up a little bit. Perfect. So now we've got that sort of nice darkened vibe. Now, as for the cape, yeah, I think we're good with that. So we're going to go like this. Because I don't mind that. That looks tattered and greyed. So I think we're going to go a little bit crop, a little bit lighter. Yeah, I think we're going to go... No. I think we're going to go with the previous colours. Edit, undo. Edit, undo. Yeah, we'll keep it to that. Because that looks greyed as well. And it is proper dark enough. The cape here, I'm pretty much happy with. Now, as for this, not too happy with that. So we want to go like here. Perfect. Because that gives it the old Mandalorian vibe, but we're going to go a bit darker with it. Yeah, that's perfect. So like I say, I want it darker, not... I think that was the problem. It was way too saturated. And with my black shading, it's just going to be having this really horrible collide with it. And even I was struggling to see what I was doing with it. But that's perfect. So we do that. And then just sort of get those little necks done. Now we can do the armor plate. So we're going to fade out a little again. So as for the helmet, we're going to go for this sort of like darkened bluish steel. So sort of a little bit darker. A little bit less. Perfect. And then the color is going to come from the edge, around the edges. And I'm going to use certain bits of the helmet to highlight. Actually, talking about highlights and darken and stuff like that. I'm going to use the inside of the cloak to do a sort of... There we go. So like a darkened blood color inside the hook. So it looks like he's been slaughtering people when he actually hasn't. It's just inside it. Well, he has. But it just looks like he's constantly doing it. So we can give him sort of like that sort of proper anti-hero vibe. There we go. And just sort of, there we go. perfect. Because then when the hair and the skin color and all that, it's going to pop. So it's going to make those colors pop right out. So as you can see, I might dull the color of the material a bit more. Maybe go for like a sort of, yeah, that's better because it's got that hint of green. Yeah, I think that is a lot better. The only reason being is it looks black, but it's not too dark. Sorry, I was looking at that. It's like, no, we need to make that a little bit more desaturated. A little bit paler. Because I want it to look old. That's the thing. Like, the vibe I'm trying to get is to make it look as old as possible. So it's got that sort of nasty sort of... I'm doing that out of habit because James Vampira has that in colour. But we're not going to do that in colour. It's just going to be different highlights. For anything like ornate patterns. And the only colour that's going to pop is like the edges here. So we want to just get it sort of that maximum sort of like darkened steel color. And I think, to be honest, we can go a little bit darker with that. Yeah, like sort of lighten it up a tinsy bit towards the grey. Yeah, I think we're good with that. That I'm happy with. Because then when it highlights quite nicely. Because now, as you can see, it's breaking up all of the darkened bits a little bit with the grey. So the grey is going to be like that sort of... I think so. What do you think, my bear? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? It's good to kind of have a second opinion with other artists, honestly. And his armor bits, and I think I'm glad I kind of did these two differently, because it looks like he's kind of taken bits of different Mandalorians as well. So it's kind of just like a haphazard put together armor. I was saying, like, I'm using a darker grey to separate the really darkened colors to try and make the armors pop, and then I'm going to do the edges like a blood red of the armor, and any highlights and patterns is going to be done with a lighter silver. So, like, a little bit of a lighter version of it to just make the patterns pop a little bit more. I said, do you agree with that? Or do you think, like, it's like, maybe not? It's fine. You can be honest with me. You know you can. Actually, that middle chest piece should be red. Yeah, exactly. So, I want to go for, like, this sort of, this intimidating vibe. So if you see him, you know shit's about to get fucked, essentially. So, like I say, I want to go for like the Dark Souls poster, where you see a lot of colors going on, but it's all in like sort of like darkened versions of the color. And then the highlights would be like the patterns and the only bits that are in color. So this is because it's weird, because usually I'm very saturated with colors and not oversaturated, but saturated enough. So this is a really different path for me. So this is going to be quite interesting how this artwork pops out. But I want to make it pop. So it's like, yeah, that's Mandalorian armor. So yeah, we got like some Mandalorian armor bits going on. But like I say, it's kind of like a chop and change armor piece. Oh, I've forgotten to do something here. I've forgotten to do those gloves. But I want to kind of make it near black enough, but also just get a little bit of hidden colors in the armors and the clothing. Because like I say, because he kind of wears like very old tattered clothing, so the black would be faded into other colors. Because when you wear like t-shirts for too long and that, I have noticed it does tend to change towards the color it originally was, or kind of go towards greens and yellows and stuff like that. Like this, my t-shirt, this is one of my older shirts. It's going towards blue. But it's not getting saturated. It's just more of a... The black is not as strong as it used to be, and its original colour's fading through the ink. So, I don't know how to explain it, but that's kind of the best way I could explain it, honestly. There we go. Don't know whether to get it closer to black. But if I get it closer to black, would it be too dark? That's the only thing I'm afraid of. I'm trying to sit here like, do I try to push this green a little bit further to black? That is going to be a hell of a question. You better screenshot. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, no, it's fine, man. Oh, what you done? Oh, you done, my bear. So like, when you said screenshot, I was like, hold on, wait. Does that mean you're done? Does that mean you finitoed? If you have, I'm gonna get super excited. Sorry, it's just when you said I'm gonna screenshot, I was like, hold on, wait, you finished? Does that mean we get to see it finally? Nice. Edit undo. So, like I say, because my art style involves black shadows, I want to get this to close to black as possible without being black. So it's still got that sort of like black uniform vibe about it. But at the same time, it's got that just that hint of color, but without undersaturating it so much that the black doesn't come through properly. Just cleaning out the outlines pretty much. Yes, mate. I can't wait. Can't wait to see it, dude. I've been waiting on this. The armor piece. Yeah, we're gonna do that. And just sort of get that body armor going. But yeah. There we go. Hold on, what this is? Oh, I was like, wait, what's going on here? But yeah, so we got these lovely little pieces of armor here. Look at that. I think this armor is actually brilliant as it is because it's dark enough, and because when I'm going to get those blood red edges to those armor pieces, it's just going to look so good. And we're going to fade it a little bit so I can see what I'm doing here, because at the moment, because of the way there's like a lot of grays and that, it's actually kind of making it hard to see everything. There we go. But yeah, I think with the blue steel, like with the grey steel, I think I've got a nice little balance going on there. And just sort of, that's it. But it's got that sort of like fallen Mandalorian thing going on. And plus, because you could tell it's just made out of other plates, you could tell it's just been decorated and stuff out the fly. I might try and desaturate those colours a little bit more. Just a teensy bit more desaturation. Just to see if we can... push these colors to their absolute limits without me overly desaturating it. There we go. Because like I say, not all the armor pieces have these edges. It's just literally certain bits of the armor. There we go. Right. The cloak. It's that green armor thing. Can we... desaturate it a little bit more down. Yeah, I think that is close as we're going to get to black without it actually being black. I think it just needed a tinsy bit more desaturation, just a tinsy bit more. Yeah, I think I was right all along. I think that just needed that little push, because then it looks like it actually is yeah, there we go. Perfect. Right, now, as for that, I'm just doing a little bit the same. Perfect. Yeah. No, I was right to do that, because some of it just didn't look quite right with me. You know when something just doesn't sit quite right with you, and you're like, something ain't right about this. That is exactly the vibe I just got from doing this. Right, we want to make that black. Right, so now we want to tidy this up a bit because obviously that's a little bit messy. Just clear out. Yeah, man, I can't wait to see it, dude. Your artwork's so awesome. I can't wait to nerd out. And just sort of, there we go. There we go. And just hit that there. Awesome. Hit. There we go. A little bit touch up here because I see some bits that need just touching up a little bit. There we go. The back of the cape, I think, is fine. Though, I think we can get away with pushing that a little bit more for... Perfect. That's what I wanted. Because now that's kind of pushing. It's black, but it's faded. And that's what I wanted to do, is make it look as old as fuck. Yeah, I think I'm going to get as close as I can get without my black shading kind of overriding it. Right. Now, as for the patterns, we're going to go a little bit more desaturated. And just sort of get those armor pieces. Like I say, because what I'm trying to do is sort of get those armors a little bit as the highlight. Not really, not actual highlighting, but just sort of get those armor pieces just sort of a little bit more. Those patterns a little bit more, just sort of like being a focal point. And I think that and that. Because then you can see like what it used to be color wise, so it's kind of getting nearer and nearer. But I'm definitely going to put some rust effect on the armor pieces just to make it look like he hasn't maintained it in a long while. Because I think getting that non-maintained look is kind of like part of the charm of the well, not really the charm, but the intimidation factor of the armor. It's like, yeah, he ain't bothered. There we go. And then what we can do is just fix up bits here and there. Because I don't want him decorating his armor really. It's just like there are some decoratives, but it's just it kind of serves more function than display of his status, and I don't really want to show that off. And then just sort of, yeah. There we go. So we do that, and then as for the armor pieces here, we want to just go right down there. The nitty gritty and just sort of get those armor pieces, just get those little detail colorings done just to sort of support the armor a bit more. But yeah, I think it's looking pretty good at the moment. And I haven't done any, like I say, I haven't done anything this desaturated in a long time. So this is actually a bit of a challenge for me to play around with the colors to get it the way I want it to do and the vibe I want it to give. It's sort of like that constant battle of me trying to fight my instincts to sort of saturate it up a little bit more when I really don't want to do that. I want to do the opposite of that. I want to make it sort of much as desaturated and I could get away with the dark shading as much as possible. There we go. Stop. Right, go. So as you can see, and then when those colors pop, like with the blood red and that, it will just make the whole thing absolutely like stand out. And that's what I want to do, is sort of get that armor to sort of stand out in a weird way and then put the rust effects on. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. Like I say, this is an absolute first for me, and I don't know what it's going to look like with my dark shading style, but I'm hoping it looks really good and it's going to fuck. I like it. I use that. Like, why am I using this word? I don't even use it that much. It looks really good, though. It's getting there from what I'm getting at the moment. So as you can see, now it's got that. Now that like light and silver, it's kind of getting to where maybe the armor used to be. And now it's kind of like the vocal point because it's the least desaturated, well, like least darkened thing out there. But it's also really desaturated to the point of no return. And I've definitely got a color scheme for the lightsaber as well. I'm definitely going to maybe go for like a mithril color. So yeah, there we go. And then we need a secondary color just to sort of tidy up bits here. But yeah, look at that. So I just want it to sort of Sith Lord him up a bit. So hopefully it just adds to the intimidation factor. It's not well maintained. It's not like ornamented or painted. It's like, I want to try and get this so it looks like the armor. It looks like the colors have been bleached off where there was colors almost. And that's why like all these pattern bits look a little bit more desaturated than others. But you can see what hint maybe where it once was. Like that. Perfect. Now, the middle of the visor, we are going to go for this sort of really saturated visor. And I think that would add to the effect of getting it to stand out, but not too oversaturated. There we go. Because now that visor standing. Now we want a blood red. So we want to go like here. There we go. Now, hold on. And then just sort of perfect. Because then when his skin's showing, that's what's going to make this whole artwork pop. It's sort of the bright red eye color, the pale skin that's shown underneath, the brightness of his skin will be like what makes that artwork pop. So we're going to do this, just sort of touch that up. And then just sort of, and then hopefully this blood red look is going to make, like I say, this armor absolutely pop. Because my coloring has been a hell of a lot more focused on the armors and the clothing. Because the hair, I got figured out. Everything else, I got figured out. It's just the armor and the cloak, which is the majority of the drawing, is what I want to make sure is like Sith Lordy enough. And I might make the clothing blood stained to give it that sort of like, again, he doesn't maintain his sort of gear look. Like, he doesn't maintain it at all. And I think that would be a very good look. For the reason being of it adds to the intimidation factor of him. Like, you know, because a lot of knights back in the day, actually, did you know, they don't clean their blades. And the reason being is then if they get hit by it, you could get diseased from it, and that's what kills you off more than the blade. Like, medieval times were fucked, man. I'll tell you what, the amount of shit that people did to kill their opponent was like, fuck, man, that's dark. That's dark. Oh, edit, undo. And then we can clean up those edges there. Again, to give that armor sort of, that's it. We'll edit, undo. And just sort of fix that up. So what we want to do is at least finish up the armor by the time the stream finishes. 10% poison. Yeah, exactly. Like, that was what medieval knights did. It's really messed up. The fact is, as I say, if the blade, if the stab wound itself doesn't kill you, the disease will definitely will. And yeah, it wasn't very sanitary back in them days. They didn't keep their blades clean. Like, all that you see in fantasy is actually, no, that did not happen. Like, in real life, like, knights, they let their blades fester. So basically, it infects people, and then they eventually kill their opponents that way. So, yeah, it's, there's a lot of things they don't do. So you can imagine, like, the more kills this knight had, the more worse that blade got. Yeah, exactly. What doesn't kill you may infect you. That was the whole idea behind it. And totally messed up, actually. I thought it wasn't a real fact at first. I thought, no, you want your blade to be clean. But no, it's actually a thing. It was a thing that knights did back in the day, which is very scary. And it's like, damn, I'm glad we live in a more civilized world nowadays. You know what I mean? Like, back then, like, you think some things were brutal now. It's like, back then, it's like, yeah, knights were fucked, man. They were not nice people at all, a lot of them. A lot of them were lords that kind of abused their power a little too much. And yeah, there was a lot of dark things about it, and you're just like, wow, glad I live in this era. It was very, yeah. So, there we go. And just do a... There we go. There. I'm hoping, like I say, these colours will make the artwork jump. And just like, yeah, right, we're going to put a red button there because why not? I think that button needs to be red because, you know, don't push the fucking red button. But yeah, I thought that's something a little bit educational. A bit dark, admittedly, but... yeah. There you go. And then if we do that... There we go. And actually just bucket fill. And then we can fix up things that needs to be fixed. There we go. And then there we go. Because then what, like I say, what we get in color is gonna just make this art pop. Because it's like very few light colors in between. I'm hoping I've got that sort of like edit undo. The lightsaber itself, again, I might use a very near oversaturated dark color, but I haven't decided the color of the saber yet itself. The blade is definitely going to be red. That's definitely going to be a thing because that's what Sith Lords have. But the rest of it, I'm still trying to figure out, honestly. Still, honestly, but hopefully, there we go. But yeah. But as I can see at the moment, it's actually looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with the way it's looking at the moment. And just like, there we go. And now, we can undarken it and see where we need to touch things up on. But yeah. Wow. Oh, Jesus. Yes. This is what I wanted. Yeah, this is what I wanted completely. Because now that dark blood red, I'm going to make it see if I can get it more blood red. But this is what I was after all along. Just sort of... Oh, edit, undo. Sort of... There we go. Stop. And then let go. No, very lightly. Yeah, we need it thinner. Edit, undo, edit, undo. Hold on, what's going on here? Real G pen? What's going on here? There we go. I don't know what happened there. There we go. And then just sort of lightly, that's it. Just get those lines in. Just needed to get those lines in quickly. But as you can see, the armor's actually looking... I'm really pleased with how that's turned out, but I think we can push that harder. Because it's not... I don't want it overly... Yeah, that's better. Yeah. I just needed to get it a little bit more darker. So I want to get blood red. I want to actually like... There we go. Because I don't want that oversaturated. What I want oversaturated is the eye. Because that's going to glow. So we're going to get that. And then what I want is the saber to glow. But we're not going to get around to saber. The saber is going to be the last thing we color. So we're going to get that eye sort of... That's it. And then file open. We are going to get James Vampira out because we need his skin color. I'm going to go with that. Go a little bit more of that. Make it paler. Make that motherfucker pale. That's it. Because like I say, I want this skin color to make it pop. I want everything that is colorful pop. So it just makes the rest of the armor colorful in comparison. Like there is someone living in that, but there we go. And then there we go. Because now into life, living a lie. There's What do you think, my bear? Because now he's got that medieval Mandalorian dirt vibe to him. And that's what I mean. I wanted to make it look dirty. The bane of being an artist, finding more things to perfect. Yeah. No, that's the right thing. Because now, yeah, that's what I wanted. Because now, as you can see, that eye is now popping. That's the thing you look at directly first. It's like there is someone underneath that mask, but who is he? That's added to the mystery of him. So obviously it's James Vampira. And then we're going to use his hair color. We're going to use the Helsing version. There we go. And then we can just clean up that hair. Yeah, but that's what I wanted, is sort of that lightsaber is going to be the same thing as well. And I want that's the focus, is his eye. And that's going to glow. Like subtle glow. But yeah. But I'm definitely going to have to finish this off stream, methinks. But look at it. That's what I wanted out of this artwork all along. And now his hair, we're going to do his saber. I think I'm going to go with like a dark purple to kind of, oh, actually, no, we're going to go with a high, yeah, I think a silverish handle would do the trick. Again, the saber needs to pop as well. Like I say, for this to work, we need things to pop. So who knew adding like blood to a goblin's face is, yeah, thought you would love that. And obviously, again, we need to just fix up some color problems here. Just sort of, that's it. But yeah, it's got, I like the fact that the blood red around the armor is making the rest of the clothing pop. And then you just got this one eye. It's just the focal point of the drawing. That's what I wanted. I wanted that eye to just pop. Might have to do that for a new design for James Vampira, actually. That's actually given me an idea. There we go. Granted, I didn't make the goblin smile wider. No, it's fine, man. That's what a collaboration's all about. It's a work of two artists working together, man. If you think that makes it look better, go ahead. There we go. And then... But yeah, there we go. And then just a little bit of... There we go. Now, as you can see, his hair is now another prominent thing about him. And it windows his helmet. As you can see, it kind of just drops down. And because the rest of his hair is hidden within the cloak, you can't see the rest of him. Now, as for this, we're going to go for this bright sort of mithril. That's it. And then in between the handles, we're going to go for a dark purple. I think we're just going to go for like, just color it all one color first. And then we're going to keep certain things mithril. And then the rest is going to be that dark purple. There we go. There we go. Awesome. As you can see, now the rest of it is now awesome. And we're going to darken that a little bit as well. I think that's a bit too bright for my liking, honestly. We want to dull that up. Because I think that is going to be the only thing. It looks clean. And just sort of, that's it. Perfect. And then use that to kind of make the blade. The blade's at the end silverish. So we want to get that like silverish look of the blade. And then in between the handle, it's going to be silverish. And then we're going to get like that sort of nice purple color, dark purple color. In between, we're just going to do that. Awesome. And then at the end of it here, we're just going to do that. So some bits are popping on that lightsaber. So we've got that nice sort of mithril silver. And then the rest of that will be grey. Like the gap and the... Yeah, I think we've got it. Got what we want. But it's getting there now. We've got the design sort of like down. Just need to get like the rest of it sort of Sith Lord it. There we go. Awesome. Now we are going to go purple. We're going to go a little bit. I think the bottom will be saturated darker purple. That's it. So just to get that sort of Sith Lord handle on the vibe. And then up a little bit with the purple. A little bit desaturated. And up a little bit. No, a little bit more desaturated. Right. No, darker. Yeah, I think this will do the trick because we don't want it all desaturated. I think that purple handle would be the... That's it. Awesome. Yeah, I think I like that. That's a lot better. Makes that... Gives that saber a nice look to it. Yeah, no, that looks good. We're going to need to clean up some bits around the saber and the chest plate, as you can see. And then we're done with this. Like that. And I'm actually going to do the same thing here. I think that needs to be a part of it as well. And then... Because then it's got like some like one sort of shining aspect night. So it just looks a bit nicer. And I want the actual handle to be adjustable. So whatever grip he takes, the handle bends with him. So like, you know. There we go. Perfect. Right, now we're going to pick up some bits. Because around the chest, I don't think it's as clean as it should be. So we need to clean it up a bit. And just sort of, that's it. And then just clean up those blades. Clean up that cloak. Yeah, just do some cleanups here and there. But yeah, we nearly... Jesus, it's nearly... it's nearly 10 o'clock, guys. It's nearly raiding time. Thus. There we go. But there you go. So we got that. That's it. So now we've got that going. So yeah, now I could look back and go, yep, that looks fine. Nearly finished. Also me casually rendering the patch of glass. That's fair enough, man. So layer. So now what we're going to do is create a new layer over the line work. Over saturated red because we need to get that saber glowing. And we are going to go... No, we need it. We need the definite shape to it. So I'm going to do that. And then... And just sort of... Don't worry, this will be cleaned up. Nope, that's not connecting properly. What's not connecting properly? Something, yeah, I can see a couple of non-connection points. There we go. And then we clean up. And then sort of get that line work, sort of make sure it matches the lightsaber. And then just sort of... It's fine. What we do is we'll over-exaggerate that first. And then clean it up a lot more as we go. And then just sort of... That's it. And then just sort of... That's it. Perfect. And then what we can do is fix up. This will be cleaned up. Obliterates the bright red. Yeah, no, but this is what the lightsabers are. So what I'm going to do is literally as I draw, because there's a reason why I'm obliterating it. Don't worry, there is a method to madness. It's so the lightsaber can glow, because lightsabers do glow. So we get the rubber, and then just sort of, that's it, and then cut it off. So that connects the lightsaber. And then what we're going to do is concentrate on that glow a little bit. So layer, new raster layer, additive glow, get the spray can, and then just sort of, that's it. That's it, and just do it a little bit like that. So we've got that nice glow. So now we've got that nice red glow, and then we do the same for the eye. Hold on, edit, undo. Just a little bit less, just sort of, and then rubber, get that, and just sort of touch it up a little bit. There we go. And just sort of, there we go. There we go. Awesome. I know the glow, I just found it funny that you said you're going to fill the page with red. Yeah, I didn't mean that. It's just like the page won't fill with red. I was like, oh, God damn it. Layer, new raster layer. So we're just going to clean up because we've got a couple minutes left. So additive glow. Get that. Get the can a little bit big, a little bit smaller, a little bit smaller, a little bit more. Perfect. And then just sort of, there we go. And then make sure that edge of the red is showing with that lightsaber. Because what I have noticed with lightsabers is that is always the focal point of that lightsaber. And just sort of, that's it. And then make that a little bit smaller. A little bit smaller. Same here. That's it. Layer, new raster layer. Additive glow, bit more. And just sort of a little bit smaller. A bit bigger. There we go. And then a bit bigger. Bit bigger. There we go. And then giving up my feet tonight. Then it's got that nice lightsaber vibe to it. Giving up my feet tonight. And just sort of, that's it. And then get that middle bit absolutely glowing. Layer, new raster layer. We're nearly there. We just need to get that to the, and then just sort of, there we go. Now it's got there. Now we can just go, there we go. And then rubber, sort of, there we go. So now what we're going to do is edge out that lightsaber a bit. Going to get that spray can once more. Sort of. That's it. Sort of, that's it. There we go. And then get the rubber. Get the lowest layer. Get that a little bit more faded. Because we want that lightsaber to be more controlled. And then same here. And then there we go. Now we've got that sort of Sith Lord vibe to it. Right. Sadly, boys and girls, we're going to have to finish this artwork off stream. I'm actually going to save this because file, save it as PNG, just in case. But I'm really happy how the coloring has turned out, at least. I think we need to be hyper-focused on the colors. It does give Sith Lord vibes. But you can see now, like, it's like a broadsword, like, lightsaber, and that's the vibe I want to get. But as you can see, this is what I wanted. Tone down the clothing, so the eye and the lightsaber becomes then the biggest vocal point in the art piece. And I think I did that pretty goddamn well. And the edges of the armor has become a little bit of the vocal piece as well. So now what we're going to do is add a little bit of rust, maybe a little bit of bloodstained effect on the cloak, and that hopefully this will make this artwork look fucked and good. So we are going to raid somebody now. We are going to go raiding. So we're playing. We're raiding. Who are we going to raid? Oh, Nim's not on tonight. So let's see. Who can we raid? We have got Avatar Obi. Just seeing who we want to raid. Maybe we can raid Paxi. See what Paxi's up to art-wise. Do you know what? There's someone I haven't raided in a long time. I think deserves a bit of a raid. So we're going to raid Adrian, who's a lovely artist, who does a lot of D&D stuff. So please go check her out. She's a wonderful human being. And thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. If you want to buy my Vamp the Lost Soul books, they are on Google Play and Amazon Kindle as ebooks. But also remember, I do have physical copies if you want to get them directly off me as well. So this is James Vamp the Lost Soul. I'll see you all later. And I hope you guys had a wonderful time. Bye.